Alrighty then, what's good everybody? It is your stream producer, Shaolin Pretzels, and welcome to Dragon Punch Online number 33, the double threes. In case you are unfamiliar with what you're about to be witnessing, you are watching the host stream for the Street Fighter V bracket at Dragon Punch Online, the Ohio FGC's premier online fighting game tournament series. We run a couple of games here, as you can see on our glorious banner / schedule. We got King of Fighters 2002, Multi-Blood, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid, and Killer Instinct. So I want to thank you guys so very much for tuning into today's stream. Bracket has been seeded, I'm assuming, because registration is now closed. And we will be getting things started. But we can't start just yet without introducing today's commentating crew. Today on stream, your casters for tonight will be none other than Mr. Pen Knight and Core Jam. Alright, what's good?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? We are here for DPO number 33. That's crazy. I say this every week, that's crazy, but every week just makes it worse. So, we are going to get started here in a couple of minutes. I think Ryan Vile is going to be joining us on commentary.
I'll just double check just to be sure. But in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about this bracket.
So we're gonna have a lot of good matches tonight. I think we have one of those rare brackets where pretty much all of our players are what I consider the all the mid-level players of the region. There's not really any like overly strong players who I think are going to dominate the brackets, but there's not really anyone who's super weak either. They're all just looking at all the names here. A lot of these matches can go either way depending on who's doing better that day. They're at this level. Most of the players here are at this level of play where they have a lot of flaws, but they also kind of have a game plan. So like, they're not making a huge amount of mistakes, but you can really see like two different styles going against each other, which I think will be interesting to see. That's going to be true with a lot of the matchups we're going to see.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. Just looking at like a bunch of the names that are in bracket, like these are all like players that have like broken top 4 or top 3 on like a regular bracket week.
Like, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just about every player in this bracket you can put into the top 3 of who, pretty much, I think. For this week, at least. Like, there's no clear favorites. It actually made seeding kind of hard. I just kind of said whatever, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think first we're going to do Iceman versus InVaZiOnAzN, and then probably Ryan Vile versus Macho Choncho.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and start it now since registration's closed.
Yep. Not seeing a response from my Mr. Pen Knight, so we might have.
Yeah, I think he's MIA.
Yeah, so we might have to have a little bit of a commentator switch, which I will facilitate in just a moment. But we're also gonna need to invite the players as well. So let's go ahead and get Mr. InVaZiOnAzN and Iceman in the lobby. Now, Iceman we've seen play a couple of times before on stream, and he's a fairly solid Balrog player in his own right. InVaZiOnAzN, a player of multiple different characters. I've seen him play Sim, I've seen him play Geef, I've seen him play Ed. So I'm curious to see who he'll actually go with for today.
I'm sorry, I missed that first part because I was doing TO stuff. Are you talking about Invasion or Iceman?
Iceman's a really interesting Balrog that we've seen do work on stream before, and Invasion Nation is a multi-character kind of dude.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Is something going on with the bracket, or is just challenge being challenged today?
Dang it, no. Sky Guy baited me.
Sky Guy baited you?
Okay, forget what I was saying. We're gonna... Here, I was gonna be nice and reset the bracket if Sky Guy wanted to play, but that's never happening in the future.
It's never happening.
Never.
Alright. Let me just go ahead and make a real quick change to the commentators graphic, because from here on out, we are going to be running things with a different commentator. So joining us now on this stage of DPO, we're gonna have none other than Mr. Ryan Ville.
Did you time that so he would hop in right after you said that?
No.
That was very good timing. I can't believe you timed that. He did it perfectly. He was counting.
I'm a freaking genius.
Join in 5, 4. It was amazing.
Did you send him an invite into the lounge?
I am doing that right now.
Okay. So we were saying, Ryan, that we're gonna have a lot of crazy matches tonight. We have a lot of players, I think, pretty relatively even in skill level.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I always appreciate the nights where, I guess there's no nice way of saying this, but no ringer shows up, so all of a sudden everyone's battling to be each other's gatekeepers almost, you know?
You're welcome.
Oh, I didn't mean you, I meant Hitman.
Oh, wow.
I noticed tonight there's no Hitman, so yeah.
Yeah, I messaged him asking if he was going to play, but that was like 10 minutes before bracket started. I'm assuming he's sleeping right now, because that's usually what happens.
That's common, you know.
Right.
He's an independent person. He can sleep whenever he wants. He doesn't have to report to no boss or no nothing.
Alright, so both players are now in the lobby. Invasion Nation queued up, ready to go, and Iceman follows.
I would love it if Invasion Agent played Ryu, but he's not going to. He's going to play one of his other 7,000 characters that he plays.
It's basically everyone else in the roster that isn't Ryu. See, here in the Ohio FTC, we ain't got no Ryus.
I mean, we all have a bad Ryu. Everybody deep inside them has a bad Ryu just waiting to come out, though.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Hitman did show up with a Ryu one day in DPO. That was the thing.
His Ryu is actually real, though.
It is real.
Like, I actually tell him he should be playing that matchup. He should be using Ryu against my Laura. I would struggle way harder.
It's actually kind of interesting.
Invasion Agent comes out with the Ed.
We got the Boxer matchup. One psycho powered, the other just uses fists harder.
And occasionally his feet.
This matchup's kind of weird from the Ed perspective. Like, Ed in theory is supposed to be playing a sort of like a pokey, sort of annoying game. But one, Balrog's not going to fall for the bait because Balrog's just like to sit back. And two, his neutral pokes are better to begin with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Any of those little frame traps that Ed wants to throw out, Balrog can sort of outrange them with better pokes that are a little bit faster.
Now, I mean, I play a lot of Ed, but I haven't played this matchup too much, so I really couldn't say one way or the other, but just on paper, it kind of sounds like it's a little bit of struggle for Ed, but probably not too much.
Good combo there by Invasion Agent.
Right, because, I mean, these are two characters, neither of which with, well, on Ed's side he does get like an EX reversal. Granted, it's not the best. It's still there. It's an option that Balrog doesn't necessarily have. Yeah, and I don't think Balrog has a 3-frame either. So from that front, I think Ed's pressure might be a little bit better, but Balrog probably outclasses in the neutral.
Balrog has, I think, 2 3-frames, doesn't he?
I think Stan Light Kick is a 3-framer.
Am I just wrong here? Okay.
I think you're like super wrong. I think
Okay.
standing light punch and maybe standing light kick.
Balrog win.
I think this is the most wrong you've ever been about anything ever.
I mean, there was that one time he was wrong about how invincibility frames work.
What I mean, if we're being real here, like my knowledge of fighting Balrog left as soon as season 2 ended.
That's fair.
Round 1.
The amount of Balrogs I've seen since season 2 ended has like dramatically plummeted.
Wow, threw him straight out of the dash straight. Let's go.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Standing light kick is 3 frames. But there you go. Thank you, whoever wrote this app. Oh man, somebody's getting pushed around, which is what Balrog does, right? Once Balrog starts pushing you around, it's tough to get out of it. Although, yeah. InVaZiOnAzN just... Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
What a well-spaced DP. Impossible to punish, but still...
No, I definitely could have punished that with a dash punch.
Or just do stand heavy kick.
Or anything. But like that you have to be ready, right? Like if your opponent does something that you just completely did not expect, even if it's punishables, there's a good chance you won't punish it.
Oh yeah, I feel like everybody has a plan, and all of a sudden your opponent makes a mistake. It actually messes up your plan.
Oh yeah, that's very real.
Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Or until like you're supposed to punch your opponent in the face, but you were planning on kicking them. That seems to be what happens with me. I'm like, man, I'm gonna kick the crap out of you, and then they do something. I'm like, I need to punch. But
that was really good on Iceman's part, doing the anti-air, placing Ed right in front of Iceman, and InVaZiOnAzN let a DP rip, but Iceman played it safe and just waited. It was a good bait.
Yeah, and a smart one. InVaZiOnAzN didn't have a high percentage on those DPs that game, so he'll be hitting the losers bracket, which is going to be just as much of a Shark Tank as the winners bracket today, because everybody's sort of even.
Right. That was a 2-0 for Iceman, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And next up on stream, we're going to be having Ryan Vile versus Majin Choncho.
Well, that'll be fun.
How you feeling going into it, Ryan?
I don't even remember. I'll be honest. I don't remember a lot of things, so I don't remember who this person is at all. I think they play Street Fighter, which is unfortunate for me.
Dang.
We'll see. What do they play?
Honda, Bison.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, Choncho. Yes, I do. I remember Choncho a lot now, because me and Choncho have commentated together and all sorts of things and spent time on Discord together. I'm gonna say that I've got this one, and Choncho does not. Choncho is going to lose, is basically my prediction here.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself so that you don't hear a bunch of tapping. So good luck to me. Maybe that too.
So there's a couple different routes here Choncho can go since he plays two characters, but in my opinion, since Ryan plays Laura, I think Laura has a good matchup against both Honda and Bison.
Mm-hmm.
If I were Choncho, I think I would play Blanca, but he opted for Honda. I think he's most comfortable with Honda anyways.
I was talking with
Makes sense.
Choncho earlier today, and he's kind of feeling a little bit burned out on Blanca, so he's just playing a little bit of everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was actually streaming for once today, and he spent a little bit of time on like his other three characters.
The thing that makes this matchup pretty hard for Honda is that one, Laura doesn't have the hardest time dealing with butt slam, and two, Honda does not have good. He does not have a 3-frame, and he does not have an invincible reversal, which makes matchups against characters like Laura way harder. Ooh.
And
Crush countered.
Ryan's confidence going into this matchup is really starting to show.
And the other thing that makes it hard is that unless Honda has meter, it's really hard for Honda to deal with Laura's fireball. Ooh, a mistake confirmed from Ryan Vile. But did not get a full punish on Choncho's side. That elbow on block is at least -7. I can't remember the exact frames, but it's enough that most characters get a full medium punish. Good counter hit. That was nice.
Good block on the cross up.
And that was good awareness on Ryan Val to know that when Butt Slam crosses up, Honda is minus, so do definitely take your turn. And Choncho's going to take that second round with the V-Trigger too. I consider that the more gimmicky V-Trigger, at least when used as a sort of gotcha command grab. When you use it solely as a combo extender, I think it's pretty good, though I think VT1 is generally better. Especially in this matchup, I think you want to use VT1 as Honda. I don't think VT2 really adds too much utility.
Oh, he got the crush.
Dang, he pushed a button on wake up there. That's crazy.
He's not out of it yet. Armor through to get the corner. Armor through to punish the EX elbow? Wow.
That was technically a whiff punish, but...
Technically, yeah, but... Ryan Vile clutching out the first game. Now,
I think like most important thing in this matchup from the Honda's perspective is you have to get Laura to try to commit to something risky and just be on point with covering those risky options. I mean, that's the only real way to play this matchup, I think. Trying to fight toe-to-toe with Laura in the close range is not going to work super well.
Not sure what's going on with that buffer.
You really want to get good with your stand heavy punch anti-air, and then your crouch medium punch as a spacing tool. Oh, okay, just go for that reset.
Unfortunately, he probably could have. I think he did like...
He had 2 bars.
Round 2.
I don't know if he did like medium command throw or... Because I feel like heavy would have killed, but whatever.
Yeah, as Honda, you definitely don't want to be jumping in the Laura raw like that. You see Choncho got anti-aired and then was put into a mix-up.
Yeah, Choncho on a very like solid momentum train right now.
Oh, drops the combo.
Just when Ryan had V-Trigger.
I think Choncho tried for a V-reversal there because I saw that heavy punch come out. Though I think isn't Honda's kicks. Oh, and the wake-up super there. You know, it works more often than not, especially when you play a character that doesn't have an EX reversal.
Yeah. Now EXF but also would have worked out fairly well there as like an armored reversal, but
yeah, but that still doesn't come out till frame 3, at least the armor.
Yeah.
But yeah, Choncho ties it up.
I think Choncho showed a lot more comfort going into that second game. I think he started to get like a general feel for how you should fight against Laura there. And now Choncho's getting really good at like checking Ryan's advances.
That's what you have to do. Like, I always say in most matchups in this game, there's always someone who's supposed to be sort of the antagonist and someone who's supposed to play the chase down.
Good call out on the neutral jump.
In this matchup, Honda is definitely the one who's supposed to be the antagonist. He is supposed to try to get Laura to move into a space so he can do a fairly low-risk option to stop her advances. But if you can't stop it, this is what happens.
Yep, this is
So
what
you have
happens.
to be right about it.
Round 2.
Now we're looking at match point for Mr. Ryan Vile.
You see that Ryan Vile is kind of clueless on what to do after he blocks a headbutt from Choncho. What I like to do as Allura is I will usually always just sort of check with Light Bolt immediately after to make sure they don't press anything. And then if it becomes clear that they're not, then I'll start to abuse my plus frames there, and instead of doing a Light Bolt, I'll like do a dash in or a stand heavy punch into EX Fireball or something like that. But you have to earn that. It's better to just constantly check with the Light Bolt until you know they're not going to do anything.
Right.
It's go time.
And Ryan Vile takes that 2-1.
2-1.
Good job, dude. Good job, Choncho. Good game.
I set that as 2 to -1 in challenge by mistake. My bad.
You know. So that means 3 for Ryan Vile. Good job. 3
Sure.
points. Ryan Vile.
Sure.
What do we got coming up next?
We're going to do Nekrocalli versus Gorgameth, and then probably THTB versus Iceman, I think.
We're bringing you another match from the second round of winners.
I imagine everybody's watching college football. Ohio's definitely a college football town. So.
Is that starting tonight or something?
I don't know. I'm just guessing, to be
I don't know
honest.
sports.
It's also Halloween. I feel like that's going to impact things.
Yeah.
Even if we're supposed to be quarantined, I feel like people are just doing their own thing.
Yeah, a lot of small gatherings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I handed out Halloween. Don't yell at me in the chat. It was for handed out candy this year.
How'd that
good.
work? Did you do anything different, or did you just not care?
Oh, I did everything different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like put the candy out on a plate with foil on the plate, and then occasionally would switch out the foil plate with some new candy. You know, try to mitigate as much risk as possible.
Right.
Right. God, I can't imagine being like a kid in 2020.
Yeah, I agree. That's sort of why I gave out candy. I was like, man,
Like, can you imagine being like an elementary schooler right now? You can't like go to the playground at school. You can't go trick or treating.
some of those
Crazy
things
times.
are pretty high risk. Like going to the playground, that's a pretty high risk activity. Even if the playground's outside, all those surfaces. But there's little things I think kids can do. You know, like hang out with 1 or 2 friends, like almost like a nuclear family sort of thing. It's just when people start going overboard that I think it gets to be a problem. Like going out, hanging out at recess with like 30 kids.
Alright, Nekrocalli did say that he's gonna need a moment to fix a couple of control issues, but apparently he's got that taken care of.
Does Gorgameth show up as 1 bar for everybody, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah. His connection hasn't always been super great. It's usually been passable enough, though, so we let it rock.
Word, Gorgameth, if you can hear me, make sure to pause the stream before your game just to get those extra little kilobytes.
I think,
Bandwidth.
honestly, I think like the internet in Toledo as a whole is like way worse than the other parts of Ohio. That's what it seems.
Right.
I tend to have the worst connections with the players from Toledo. I mean, that's very anecdotal, but it is what I've noticed.
Ryan?
Yes, sir. I like to make the joke that Florida, like they route all the internet down through Brazil before it comes back into America. Because anytime I'm playing anyone in Florida, it just seems like it's just bad for me.
Yeah,
Bad
I've
times.
had the same experience.
And I can be playing that same person in Atlanta, right? Like they drive a couple hours to the north, and it's fine. So.
America's internet is messed up. I think
America.
the consensus here.
We're a big country.
We are.
Can't all be Japan.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
take America and shrink it down.
Just compress the entire country.
Zip it up. Done.
We need to build it vertically like Tokyo, where everybody lives on top of each other. And then, of course, no one's allowed to have a dog at that point because there's no, like, ground above the first floor. So America, we love to have dogs.
I'm just imagining like the entire country just like stacked up on top of like the surface area of like Alaska.
Be the tallest country.
Oh man. Man, Alex's command grab gets me every time. Alex is so scary, like his normals are so scary compared to a lot of the other grapplers that I just always forget about the command grab. I'm trying not to get blown up like this Gill is right now.
You forget about the parries too. Oh.
I will say, in my opinion, Alex's parry is the most telegraph parry in the game. I feel like I always know that's coming. They love that thing.
Anytime Alex is in BT, I will, like, 90% of the time opt for a grab rather than a button. I don't care if they're gonna tech it, like, I'm just not dealing with it.
Right, exactly.
Parry, and then hit to the head. Oh no.
That's a stun.
Always
Kill
remember,
here? No.
Alex does not get Oki off of his command grabs. His dash in after, he is minus. Always be watching out. It's hard to check, I realize, but...
That's another thing where, yes, he's not plus, but if he hits you with the, like a meaty right there, oof. You know, so...
I mean, you don't want to auto press on your wake up there, that's for sure, but you want to try to split your focus between... He's going to be able to do one of three options, either dash, meaty, or jump in. Probably not going to be a jump in, so you really just have to focus on a meaty or a dash in.
Stomp to the head, and then doesn't try anything, just chills out.
That's interesting.
Alright. Gorgameth is sitting on a full stick here. Oh, thrown to the corner. Wake up!
Oh.
That was a good block.
Well, that wasn't really a block. I fully suspect Nekrocalli went for a button there, but because this is the beautiful thing about dashing in Oki situations where you're actually minus, if you are minus after the dash, even if you press a button sometimes, like the immediate wake up super kind of cancels out that buffer.
Right, yeah. Either way, Alex takes that, or Nekrocalli takes that first game. That was a pretty big brain play near the end there to take the couple parries and then just throw for the win.
I was fully expecting Nekrocalli to just try and like parry Gill super at the end.
That would have been sick.
That would
That would have been sick.
That would have been a high
Maybe-
fight moment.
Game 2. Okay, punches that fireball. Ooh. And then jumps
Nice
into
pick
the
up on the
cryo
juggle.
fireball.
So,
Trying to get out of that corner.
I don't traditionally play zoners, but I feel like in this position, you don't want to commit too hard on your corner pressure because if at any point the situation becomes reversed, you're probably just going to lose, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
I almost feel like it's better to give the other player a bit more space and just use all the space you've gained on the stage to your advantage. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't play a ton of zoners, but I would be nervous trying to extend corner pressure as a zoner.
I think it depends on who you're fighting against. Like, against the Alex, personally, I would push. Against a character that can easily get out, or who can back throw a little better, I would probably give them some space and let them hang themselves.
Right.
Throw him again. Throw him again.
Kind of going in. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Gorgameth was listening to me and was like, yeah, I'm going in. I'm going to push this corner pressure. Did a great job that game. While we were chit-chatting away, Gorgameth must have been studying and figuring out this
I mean,
matchup.
we're talking about theory here, which is quite valuable, I think.
Round one.
Well,
Fight.
game 3, winner stays in the loser or in the winners bracket. That's probably not a good way to get out over the fireball. It's interesting, but
I feel like As a read, if you're a bit closer to grab him after he throws, that might be a better idea. But at the range Nekrocalli was at, it's probably better just to neutral jump, I think.
Oh.
That was a good read on the command grab.
Yeah, didn't get a lot out of it, but...
Oh, but it's playing a little bit safe. Oh.
That's gonna be huge.
What was that?
That was actually really smart because in those situations, if you hit them and they blocked it, chances are the opponent's going to V reversal, which means you just wasted a bar meter and didn't get anywhere for it. So being able to space it so it whiffs right in front of their face while you think they're waiting for that V reversal is actually really good. I don't know if that was Nekrocalli's intent, but it was not the worst idea.
Gorgameth takes it with the wake up super. So it goes into the second round with not much meter, but Nekrocalli only has 1 bar. Oh!
Unfortunate whiff from the anti-air.
That was a good spaced out sweep. I don't think Gorgameth could have done anything about it.
Yeah.
You always want to be on the lookout for those spacing opportunities where you can where you're able to do your riskier options for far less risk, because generally the reward is better, so your average value for those actions goes up. So situations like that where you can let a sweep go for virtually no risk is awesome.
Gorgameth with the substantial corner carry
right there.
It's gonna hold that.
Oh no!
Oh, so close! Pixel. Dead.
Wait for the B skill? Madman.
The maddest of men.
Alright, well, Gorg takes that 2-1.
Nice looking Gill there.
Good hustle, good hustle.
So we'll do THTB versus Iceman on stream next. And then we'll do Mostafles versus Ryan Vile.
Ooh, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't had Mostafles on stream just yet.
I mean, he only played 1 match.
Yeah.
Now, the winner of this next match will play Gorgameth. So hopefully they were both watching.
Nekrocalli is saying his medium punch button broke, so he's gonna DQ himself.
He just playing without medium punch. Come on.
You know, Green Ranger actually remaps his button so he doesn't have a medium punch.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I think he one of the other buttons covers medium punch in another button, and usually what happens is that medium punch will come out. But if you watch him configure his buttons on any setup, you will be astonished.
I am shocked just listening to this.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm in disbelief every time I see it.
I've always thought about getting rid of my my strong kick, or my heavy kick, just because I use it too much. And I'm like, man, I should get out of that habit. And the way to get out of that habit, of course, is just to get rid of that button. But
yeah,
I mean,
that's the answer.
Cool, you want to learn how to use it correctly rather than not at all.
Tell me how to play my game, Corey.
You know what? As your father, I'm telling you how to play.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
You do you, though.
So,
Next message is yours, sir.
Yeah, I mean that's how I teach.
Okay.
we can comfortably expect Sakura v Balrog for this particular match.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Sakura kind of bodies Balrog.
Yeah. A character that can probably punish dash straight.
Sakura's can really punish things from almost a deceiving range where you think you're safe, and then that standing light kick goes 10 miles out of her body and manages to confirm you into a combo.
You're never safe. It's the reality of it.
He has those tiny legs. It's weird that standing light kick can hit from so far away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Balrog does definitely have a really good anti-air, and you saw it in use by Iceman right there. Oh, what a good whiff trap.
Oh, block.
We're just
the
saying
overhead.
how we were just talking about the massive range Sakura's standby kick is, but despite that, Iceman was still able to whiff trap it. Again. Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man, that looked great. That makes you scared to hit light kick, which really takes something away from your game at that point.
yeah, Sakura for sure. Getting hit by the raw tap.
Tap hurt.
But you saw THTB adjust there and not opt for the standby kick to punish the spaced dash under.
Nice interrupt again. Punishes the sweep. Oof.
Sakura's gonna have a hard time anti-airing Balrog.
Yeah, it almost looks like Tony changed the plan a little bit. I see a lot more fireballs. Does... Oh, nice interrupt there.
The conversion.
Oh no. That's the second time that overhead's gotten blocked.
Wow.
Oh.
Oof.
Tried
That sucks.
to gamble it all on the projectile invincibility of tap.
That had to have hit on like the last possible frame. The spacing worked any further probably would not have worked.
That overhead was like over his head. Beautiful overhead. Or anti-air, sorry.
The -2
THTB.
special.
Plus, oh, presses a button after.
And another one. To the corner you go. Good anti-air.
Man said no.
THTB. Back to neutral. Getting pushed back to the corner though.
Oh, got
Oh,
that was a
no.
good adjustment. See, here's what was happening. Iceman was trying to get THTB to whiff on his standby kicks, so Iceman could then whiff punish them preemptively. So instead, THTB took a step back and threw an EX Fireball into VT activation, and that made all the difference because he ended up winning the round because of it. That was really good.
Sakura wins.
Yeah, it seemed like slowly but surely THTB made adjustments.
Yeah.
Iceman didn't make enough adjustments. He was doing a good job of keeping
Round
Tony Baker from pushing early, but over time.
I think that just comes from more experience. I don't think it's a stretch to say THTB is probably the better player in this matchup. For one, it's almost a guarantee he has more just fighting game experience, and with that experience comes your ability to adapt. So he keeps trying to jump in, and I don't agree with it. He keeps getting anti-aired. Sakura has a really great jump in with jump heavy kick, but Balrog's anti-air is so good.
He has managed to neutral jump some of the heavies there and punish. So maybe it's all part of a master plan. Either way, holds that pressure.
Not sure I'm a fan of Iceman spending all that meter though. So the side switch again.
That's... No!
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh.
I can guarantee it's been a little while since THTB has used VT2 with Sakura. He's usually opting for VT1.
Yeah.
Jump on Iceman to wake up buttons and stuff, you know. And
Well, the wild part
around.
there is that I think THTB was still plus because Iceman didn't quick or delay rise.
no, I
Or quick and back rise, rather.
and that's why it's pretty amazing Iceman woke up with some buttons, but
Right.
took that one. Unfortunately,
Ooh, just enough damage.
I was actually gonna say scaling, but not enough scaling. Fix the game, Capcom. Come on. No, that's fine. He's again trying to neutral jump that dash punch. Ooh, good conversion. Uh-oh, into the corner. That's Balrog.
Wow.
I definitely would have blocked there. I know THTB too well. I knew that was coming. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean Iceman's got a full bar and is in beat trigger. Can do this. Oh, nice!
Oh, hey, what do we got next?
Oh, holds that block. Oh no!
Oh.
Wow, what a neutral jump.
Sakura wins.
That was crazy.
That was insane. But THTB taking it 2-0 against Iceman. I feel like after that like last blocked EX DP, I would just, if I were Iceman, I would have just done like raw CA. Cause that super on counter hit, ooh.
Oh yeah, that does a chunk.
I liked his plan, you know, because that wouldn't kill, and he did have corner pressure. Just a little thing at the end, you know.
I'm pretty sure both scenarios probably would have ended up getting him out of the corner, but you know.
I mean, you know, that's what, honestly, at the end of the day, that usually determines who's going to win a match, is the person who makes the least amount of mistakes. So, I mean, that just means you have plenty of footage to review and try to correct yourself for the future.
Or you wreck yourself, right?
Or that, you know.
Alright, so next up, we're moving on to Winners Round 3.
It'll be Mostafles versus Ryan Bile, and then afterwards, THTB versus Gorgameth.
This has always been a very tough matchup for me. I feel like Mostafles has beat me pretty much every time except for the first time we played.
Yeah, it's a really rough matchup for Laura. I mean, the important thing is to just play defense as well as you can, and try not to fall for anything that's going to lead into corner carry. Like, the corner is death in this matchup. Do everything you can to stay out, and that'll improve your chances quite a bit.
That it will.
Yeah, I feel like my problem with the matchup is I always try to anti-air, and it burns me.
I tend to just default to command dash under whenever Akuma jumps. Now Akuma has options to call that out, but if they're doing those options rather than their better jump-in options, then that's almost a win in and of itself.
Laura doesn't have a Halloween costume, so
She does not. She has a Christmas costume though.
Hey.
Yeah, I forgot to tell everyone you're only allowed to play characters with a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Show me your Falks, your Abigails, your Colleens, your Nashes, your Giles.
I play like 7 characters, and not a single one of them has a Halloween costume.
I'm pretty sure both of my characters have Halloween costumes. Because, you know, zoners are privileged like that.
Fight.
Right there.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Bell got a clean jump in but didn't convert off of it. That's unfortunate. And Mr. Mostafles offs the meter for an EX Demon Flip and gets the full conversion into corner carry into another Demon Flip. This is the hard part when you're playing as Laura against Akuma. It's really hard to get out of this situation. Important thing to do is not press buttons because Akuma will kill you. And take the throw. It's almost always better in situations like this. If you're thinking you're going to try to tech a throw, it's almost always better just to do a crouching light kick. The risk is pretty much the same, and you have a higher success rate of turning things into your favor. Good EX bolt. Ryan Bell tried to bait out an EXDP, but Mostafles really didn't have any reason to go for it. He had,
Oh,
well,
the
I mean, he
setup.
was at a health deficit, so he probably should have. But that's probably going to be death.
It's not stunned.
Oh, not stunned.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh no, this is dangerous. Mostafles in a minute can do a Kara Demon setup. Oh, no, that's gone now.
Alright, so Ryan's got a VT in a dream. Catches him on the jump in.
Oh no. Oh, Mostafles can't be happy about that because he went for the anti-air. It was just a little too late.
Where's your back heavy punch?
Back heavy punch, as good as it is not the fastest anti-air. You do have to like kind of be ready for it.
I know.
Yeah, you don't really want to challenge after Akuma V reverses. He, like, his walk speed and the range of a stand medium punch lets him pretty much just do whatever he wants afterwards and whiff punish for trying to take a turn.
Oh, he gets...
Stop teching. It's not worth it.
Make those throws.
Not worth it.
Don't press buttons. Just take it. Ryan's really fishing for that sweep. Oh, that's not a combo.
Good interrupt.
Good, really good jab interruption. Please catch. Oh! Okay.
Oh, man. I didn't think that would work, but if it did, oh, man.
I think if he dashed up again, that would have been, oh.
That was so much spaghetti right there. Yeah, she could have dashed up and super. That probably would have worked.
Yeah, just like one more dash. Still invincible then.
And I would have popped off because, like,
that would have been insane.
I would have said Ryan's a better lore than me.
Cordian's like, well, time to only play Seth now.
I'm done playing Laura. I can never achieve that level of mastery. And
So
Ryan's kind of going ham. Mostafles jumps a command dash into a command grab into a side switch, and he went for a demon flip throw, but Ryan Val jumped. Yeah, again, Ryan Val tried to challenge when Mostafles did a V reversal, and it just will not work out in your favor. It's not worth it. Okay. See if Ryan can make another comeback here. Ooh, the range on that crouching medium kick is pretty good.
Round 2.
You gotta watch your toes.
Fight.
So you see a lot that Mostafles is opting to just block stand heavy punch into EX fireball from Laura. When, as a Laura player, if you run into players who are willing to just block there, that's when you start to cheat and do stand heavy punch into either another stand heavy punch into a jab, or stand heavy punch into a command dash. If they're showing you they're willing to just block. Your goal is to make them not block so they get hit by the fireball, and then you can mix them up.
Ryan steadily losing that.
Do like 3 sweeps.
Yes.
Got to get that V trigger activation somehow now that with red fireball VT activation is gone.
I laugh every time that someone reminds me that it used to exist.
Getting hit by straight fireballs like Ryan Val was getting hit with is not the end of the world as Laura, because she's kind of tanky, especially compared to like Akuma's health. Oh, that was a bad EX ult. There was no reason to do that.
Panic option. Okay, getting out of the corner.
Okay, interesting solution. I don't think that was intended to get away from the demon flip, but it worked out.
It's clipped by the overhead, goes for the forward throw, follows up with an EX command grab. Brian Vile going wild.
I don't know. It looked like Mostafles stood up and blocked, and then he got counter hit. I wonder if he did like wake up delayed button, or maybe he went for a DP and it just didn't come out, so he tried to input it again. I'm not sure. But Ryan takes that. 2-0.
2-0.
You're just saying it's been a while.
A while since I beat Mr. Mostafles, so it was all that good advice that I gave myself.
I was about to say, you didn't listen to me, that's for sure.
You know, the one problem I had with Akuma, I don't think Mostafles was listening, because it really is anti-Aaron for me, and he didn't really jump in much, you know?
Well, at that first game in the second round that you ended up winning from the jump in, it looked like he went for an anti-air, it just came out too late, and when that happens, you can get real spooked to try to do it again.
That one, and then the very ending, I have no idea what he was trying to do there. But it just ended up in a weird situation. Like, it was like an airborne crush counter, so...
Yeah, that was... Yeah, the end of that last game was really weird. I don't know what he got hit, or like what he was trying to do that caused him to get crush countered. because it wasn't a meaty overhead. It looked like he delayed a button. Which is kind of weird because, like, he had V-Trigger available and full resources. You would think, if anything, if he was going to do anything on Wake Up, it would be an EXDP into VT activation. But that didn't happen. He didn't EXDP once.
I also tried to confirm stand light kick into super, but in my head I saw him move and I was like, got him. But it wasn't. it was the
teleport
skill. There was a teleport, yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess that could happen. So
You know, if you had dashed up instead and then did super, that probably would have caught the teleport.
yeah, but I, like literally as soon as I thought I had hit, I was like super,
Right.
and it was like, oh, that's not a hit, that's a teleport.
Yeah,
They look, you know, they look different than a
I
block.
mean, I highly recommend not to try to confirm stand light kick into super. That just seems like a bad idea. But that's me.
I won that round. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is,
So
you know, you're right.
Don't complain.
What you did work.
He did what worked. But anyway, next up on stream, we're gonna have THTB versus Gorgameth. These two played before?
Yeah. I want to say they have, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they have, but I can't remember the result.
Another good thing about small brackets is everyone sort of knows each other. Like maybe we haven't played each other, but we've all seen each other's matches. So, and especially at this sort of skill range, like people don't have a lot of things in their tool belt, right? So you know each other's frame traps, and then you get to watch people adapt to. Oh, this person knows this, they've seen me do this, I have to do something else. And you see people do new things because everybody knows each other. You know, if someone doesn't know you, you can definitely get away with doing the same like frame trap over and over again.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I like to keep these tournaments Ohio only. I think it's way better for the region to level up as a group because they can learn off of each other repeatedly. Like, you'll lose 1 week, but you'll have the footage to study for next week, and there's a high chance you're going to run into the person you lost to, so you can try something new. You don't always get that with like larger brackets.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend, you know, liking and subscribing Chow and Pretzel, looking at the VODs, finding him on YouTube, stuff like that. Go watch what you did, figure out what you did wrong, and
We have archives of every single Dragon Punch online that we've run for SF5. So if you're losing to someone from Ohio, and if they've played in Dragon Punch, that's the place to go.
Probably footage.
There's probably footage for that.
Interesting thing is, I use, we'll call it my real name, like as my gamer tag, which is, you know, the same name I use for everything, like music, everything, right? Ryan Vile. So if you Google me, for years, if you Googled me, it was music stuff, but now if you Google me, it's just me getting destroyed by Core Jam in Street Fighter.
I'm sorry.
Sort of embarrassing, but, you know.
Sorry, not sorry.
Thanks to our TOs who make sure the VODs get uploaded so that people looking for me can see me get destroyed.
Yep, it's all about keeping that history.
If I'm feeling down on a particular day, I'll just watch a VOD of me winning.
You Google Ryan Vile, go for it.
You have like, what, 13 to choose from at this point?
Yep.
Either way, sorry Gorgameth and Tony Baker. Tony Baker took round one.
It's kind of coming back. I'm pretty sure the last time these guys played, unless I'm thinking of two completely different people, it came down to the wire.
Gorg getting clipped by these enhanced fireballs. It's not ready for the additional hit. boss.
You can see THTB went back to VT1. I'm really interested in knowing why he picked VT2 in his last match against Iceman, against Balrog.
That's a well-spaced EX knee drop right there, though.
Oh, I think I know why. Because under the assumption that Sakura can punish a lot of Balrog's -4 stuff with her standby kick, having VT2 where you can standby kick and go into your VT combos for 300 damage and corner carry, that does seem pretty good.
Yeah.
Iceman was doing a really good job though on not letting those situations happen.
Oh, nice.
We got the schmicks! We got the schmicks!
Oh no. THTB got hit with a day one mix up.
So much retribution.
And he's frozen! We ain't here watching a Disney movie. Frozen 2,
So
let's
much
go!
scaling. These hits, this combo's going forever. 26 hit combo.
Despite the scaling, just the sheer amount of hits allowed him to do a good chunk of damage still.
Uh-oh. Press it into the corner.
Those are all plus, you gotta hold that. So that Topsy was -2, but it was spaced in a weird way that set Gorg up to be whip trapped.
Wins.
I'm just saying, Gorgameth, maybe you could have put a reset into that 26 hit combo. Maybe?
He still got a ton of damage despite that scaling, I think, for a
he
stun
needed
combo.
a ton more.
I mean, I agree. I think if there was an opportunity towards the end to do a reset instead of that last, 10 damage, you definitely want to go for the reset. Unless it's a situation where it's going to kill, but that was not what was happening.
He might just be styling, check out this stupidly long combo I can do.
Maybe. I mean, you do want to practice those situations in real games, just so you know your muscle memory's there.
Oh.
What a block. Okay.
Yeah. Well, match
There
point
really,
for
Gorg
Tony
really
Baker.
should not have done EX tackle there because he was +2. This wasn't a situation where he was trying to blow through his opponent's plus frames. He was actually +2, so his opponent usually doesn't have a reason to press a button afterwards, even though that happened the last game. That was a special situation. Unless he was specifically trying to call out a -2 and did EX DP from Tony Baker.
Beautiful parry.
But that's not good.
Another mix.
Oh, is he stunned?
He's frozen
Done.
again!
See, at this point he's scaled, right? You can look at the
Right.
health bar, 20 hit combo, but this one he got good corner pressure, but unfortunately gives that up.
Wake up raw tackle. Okay.
Oh no, yeah, he tries to V reversal and jump in.
Oh, that might be
That's it.
Yep.
Tony Baker takes it, goes on to winners finals.
That VT from Sakura is way, way good. People don't realize how good it is. It just gives her so many plus frames and a really good way to get corner carrying damage from a dash up crouching medium kick.
Go time.
Where the alternative is, if it even if it doesn't hit, the crouching medium kick into fireball still leaves you plus.
Yeah, a lot of characters have this V trigger, and I guess if you're a beginning player, you can just use a lot of characters' V trigger as a, hey, I get a free mix-up, that sort of thing, or I'm 700,000 plus frames, guess what I'm gonna do? And you get that once a game when you activate your V trigger.
Yeah. And in the hands of a character like Sakura, it's really good because her walk speed is so absurd.
Alright, so we're gonna be moving things down to losers round 3.
Yep, we are in our top 6 at the moment. And we're gonna do Mostafles versus Iceman.
Yeah.
On these small brackets, if I could just talk more about how much I like small brackets, is the viewer gets to know people too, where it's oh, I just saw that, Iceman play, I was rooting for them. They have a pretty cool Balrog, and now you get to see it again.
Get to root for the homies.
More cozy, more personal.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
I mean, I think I've talked about it before about how, you know, obviously we would love to be doing offline tournaments, but the cool thing about online tournaments this year has been the cross-scene pollination that's happened where people in Toledo are playing people in Columbus and people in Cincinnati and Akron every week. So we all sort of... And when things get back to offline, obviously we're not going to be going to each other's locals, but when we run into each other at regional tournaments, you know, be rooting for each other.
Right. Brings the scene closer together, and I think it really benefits games that traditionally have had a hard time getting entrants. Street Fighter not being one of them, but like stuff like King of Fighters or Melty Blood or the other tournaments we run. Generally, if someone wants to play that at a local, they're probably going to be the only ones who want to play it there. But by pooling those people together, they at least get a chance to play with others.
Vampire Saber, you know, like, I always joke where I'm like, oh, that person's from Cincinnati, they must play Vampire Saber. Because for a long time, that was the only place it was prevalent. So, and there was, you know, people weren't playing online.
Right.
Now that everyone has to play online, there's more people playing Vampire Saber, like in Columbus, for instance.
That's crazy. Good on Iceman for anti-airing the demon flip.
I wish I could do that. Good job, Iceman. Right. Oh, gets hit with the overhead. Has to take that red fireball.
Hit him low. That's the thing I think Mostafles struggles with quite a bit. He's too afraid to hold down back. He likes to stand block instead, just because he wants to move away at the same time, and that leaves you vulnerable to the hard callouts of meaty lows. Ooh, that was interesting.
Nice. Takes that pressure and just a little tap to the knee. A little tippy tap. You know, the good thing about it. Oh, that was
and the corner carry. Suddenly reversed.
Oh no!
Suddenly reversed.
No. That goes back to what Corey was saying earlier with Akuma. Like, you don't even want to push Akuma to the corner.
Nope, you
this
don't.
Can happen.
You think you're in advantage, but no. Dude has one of the best back throws in the game, and combos that switch sides. It's really hard to maintain corner control against Akuma.
No anti-air in the neutral jump.
But Iceman was, I mean, up until that point right there, but he was doing a really good job at defending himself.
He's going to go into this next round with a ton of meter. He just needs to capitalize on it. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, I think what Iceman really wants to do is stand at that pristine range right outside of Kuma's stand medium kick, and then just like pelt him with dash punches.
No.
Oh, he pressed.
No, come on, Iceman. You got this, bro. Oh no.
Oh, not that. Oh. A knee.
Hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
You know, and the funny thing is, Iceman was punching the crap out of Mr. Mostafles that entire last round, and it just took one little, basically, slide kick, and all of a sudden, everything changes.
It's. I mean, that usually comes down from the opposing player overcommitting in some way. I don't recall what exactly happened, but chances are, if you do try to go in at all against Akuma, you're probably overcommitting, just because of how much can go wrong.
Yeah, you know, the challenge, and I think this is with a lot of Street Fighter characters, they make you feel like you need to go punch the crap out of you, because they have so many tools to open you up. You want to get to them first.
Right.
Akuma's one of those characters, you don't even want him to neutral jump you, you know? How do you stop that? Well, you get in his face, but then all of a sudden he beats the crap out of you for trying to get into his face.
I really think
you don't always have to go in. What's going to determine wins more than just raw pressure is your ability to space and control the flow of the match. It's so much more important than just raw damage output.
At certain times that Iceman has gotten caught trying to overhead, not even a meaty overhead, but just straight up like I'm 10 frames late and trying to overhead you.
Yeah.
Probably wants to stop doing that.
What I also think that Iceman should do is that he should try and position himself to like really get good media opportunities off of Mostafles' wake-ups, because Mostafles over the past couple rounds has like persistently woken up with stand jab.
Oh no!
Oh,
He's dead.
no.
Not only is he dead, Mr. Mostafles has a full stick of butter going into this match point.
That's rough. Iceman's playing so good here. It's just he's making these key mistakes that just completely turn the rounds around unfavorably.
Yeah. Nice.
Anti-air.
Anti-air.
He's doing what he should be doing, and just he's mostly hanging back, but then he's overcommitting at these not random times, but at these times where he really shouldn't be. Like when he's in this position where he's at, he's just like kind of walking back and just trying to push buttons. More specifically, his crouching medium punch space Mostafles out. It's working out way better for him.
Nice. Catches him with the EX dash punch right there.
That double dash could have been the end of the round, honestly, because that was minus if Mostafles did anything. Oh, okay. Okay.
Iceman gets the throw, and all of a sudden it's tied up.
Yep, Iceman slowly turning things around.
Feel like Iceman had a pretty good adaption, basically taking Corey's advice. Didn't push too hard.
Well, he did at the end there, and if Mostafles did a wake up button when Iceman did the double dash after he got the raw EX dash punch, he did a double dash and he was technically minus, I think, after that. But Mostafles didn't check. That could have changed everything.
Opening that match again with a dash punch.
The Balrog special.
Yeah. To the corner. Oh. Lets him out. Oof.
The deepest of dive kicks.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you are so negative at that point when you take that dive kick.
I don't know if Iceman knows that the little chop hop that Akuma does is -2. He didn't do anything after he blocked it.
Waiting for the -2 special there. Oh, 2 throws in a row. Wake up buttons.
Wake up button. Okay.
I like it. I like this a lot. Oh, gets out of there.
Oh, the neutral
Nice
jump.
block. But unfortunately, doesn't tech the throw. Match point again for Mr. Mostafles.
Oh, what a whip punish. And another whip punish.
To the corner. Nice.
Crouching medium punch anti-air. Okay.
Stand medium punch.
Hatsu to the corner. Drone. This is not where you want to be.
It's the anti-air. Momentum is
He's
turned.
doing a really great job at checking the steam flips.
Okay, this could be big. This could be really big.
Was, I think, trying to bait out a TP. Nothing came out. Still in good spot. though.
Iceman's gotta be
Nope.
really. Oh. Just like that, Mr. Mostafles sends Iceman packing out of the bracket, securing himself a spot on loser side of top 4.
Hate to see it. Iceman was doing really well. Just as little. Mostafles was almost playing bursty, where he would do like 1,000,000 damage and then he would cool it. And Iceman just couldn't deliver enough damage.
That is the Akuma way. You are the glass cannon.
This is the way.
So up next we got Tony versus Gorgameth.
Nap, run it out in losers before we get to top 4. We got Gorgameth versus Mr. Majin Choncho.
just wonder what one bar actually means. That's the weird thing about Capcom, where it's like, dude, just tell me what this means.
What is the ping? Just tell me the ping.
Yeah, tell me the ping. Why do you hide the ping during the game? I want to know which of us is laggy. Because sometimes I'm like, man, this dude's laggy as heck. Screw this guy and his laggy ping. Go get some good internet. And then I play another match. I'm like, dude, this guy's so laggy. Screw this game. And I just quit the game. And then I look and Steam's like, you know, updating half of my hard drive, downloading, like, you know, using up all my internet. I'm like, oh.
It's downloading Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it was me. Sorry, guys, that I just blacklisted.
Watch the new battle mechanic just be like, we know the ping and whether or not someone else is on like Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I would really. That's the one thing I would like to know.
That's the update I really want.
So these two have played a couple of times before, and I know for a fact that Choncho is not a fan of fighting Gorg because there's usually lag issues. But he's starting off strong here. I think when it comes to, in these sort of lag-ridden environments, you play Bison.
Yeah, see, he's just kick. Either that's like a next level strat, or he's already frustrated.
Right. Plus frames. You can't push a button after that.
Well, except for super.
Yeah, I mean, but even then you shouldn't usually.
Alright. Oh, good block on that.
That's +1. It's really not the hardest thing to react to if you're familiar with it. Bison's V Skill 2, it has like 45 frames to startup.
Yeah, it's just that he's just standing there, and sometimes it's tricky. Especially, I like to play with no sound, and so a lot of times I have no idea it's coming until it's there. What just happened?
Air to air.
So the knee drop loses to, well, I guess trades with whatever Bison was throwing out there?
I guess.
Suppose so.
Sure. You know, for a character who isn't a Shoto, Bison sure does win a lot of air-to-airs. They should just give him an air throw at this point.
No.
Well, I mean, that's arguably better because he probably gets more damage off of the air-to-air.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, to the corner, Choncho goes. Just keep throwing him.
Oh, parries.
Good parry. Alright. Nice overhead. Couldn't kill. Good B reversal.
I think it's clipped.
Gill might have one of the coolest overheads in the game.
I agree. I agree a lot.
Yep.
Just that turnaround with the block of ice. Elbows you right in the noggin.
Block.
I didn't realize that he picked V skill too.
Yeah, it's working out for him, I think, pretty well because Gorgameth isn't checking it at all.
Corner. Oh, tried for that overhead again, but out of range. Could be reversal. 17 million dashes, and you still have to guess.
Oh my god.
Nice. What was that?
Wow.
In your face.
Gill win.
That's Huh.
That was interesting.
Oh yeah, tied it up. Is let's see, is this first to 2 or first to 3? First to 2.
This is first to 2, and it's 1-1 right now.
Fight.
So match point for both of them. Oh. You know, he does have a good answer for those scissor kicks that Bisons love to mess around with. Mm-hmm. He's been getting the fireball against that a lot.
Nice swift punish, but no conversion from Choncho.
It's far away.
He could have done scissors though, or Psycho Blast.
Curtain fall.
Oh. Not even sure what. That was beautiful, but not sure how.
Gorgameth was trying to end his career. I don't think Gorg was ready for the parry to actually work.
Using that parry again. Hasbar can get one retribution combo. There it is.
There it is.
Choncho fell for the classic whiff throw into a low button. Whiff throw is +5. Always remember.
Always.
No. Area nothing. It's always beautiful. Oh no, wake up buttons. To the corner, Gorgameth goes. Taking all this pressure. Text the throw.
Beautiful tech from Choncho. No parry on the V reversal.
Pretty sure he's got in his bank though next time to try to parry that V reversal.
Oh, that's like -6 that raw tackle.
Yeah. Oh, the trade on the anti-air. Gorg could have converted off of that, but
yeah.
yeah. Bison being your face.
Oh,
Big punt.
that could have been-
Oh no.
Up.
There goes on.
Dropped.
Losers eliminated.
Yep, this is set point for both players. Oh no! Why would you pick this?
Gorg has figured it out. Abort.
Oh no. Throw, throw into throw. No anti-air there.
Oh, too slow of a punish.
Oh, gets out of the
I
corner.
don't think Choncho knows exactly how -EX tackle is.
I can't really imagine. Oh, this could be big. Choncho's frozen. Still frozen? Okay.
He gave up his V trigger there,
Not sure
which I
why.
guess is worth it. But that's gonna make the comeback hard. Overhead.
Has to take
No
those
parry?
buffalo.
He parried that.
Oh my god. No scissors.
Oh.
Good tech. And
Overhead.
the overhead.
Gorgameth goes on. Choncho,
Gill
thanks for
win.
coming, buddy. It's nice to see you. I'm sorry you lost.
And with that, we officially have our winners and loser sides of top 4 in place. On the winner side of the bracket, we got THTB versus Ryan Vile. On the loser side, we got Gorgameth versus Mr. Mostafles. And next up on stream, we're going to be moving on into our winners finals with Mr. Ryan Vile and THTB.
Make sure you set it to first to 3.
That I will do. That I will do.
Another one of those people that consistently beats me. So,
But today's the day. You went into your other matches with confidence and you won.
I'm just making small talk until he gets here. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. Good luck, Tony.
Alright, just want to take a quick look at the Twitch chat before we get started. Mr. Manders24, thank you so much for becoming a disciple. Also, much love to Iceman and Sky for becoming disciples as well. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's kind of interesting going into this top 4. We have representation from Cleveland, a little bit of Columbus, and 2 for Toledo actually.
2 for Toledo.
Toledo top 4. Toledo's been very consistent with getting some of their representatives in the top 4s of Dragon Punch. So good on you. You're not Cincy. You're still grinding.
The hard part is breaking 3rd place for Toledo. We seem to always get hard stuck there. But today's the day that one of them can make it out.
Today is the day. My man THTB, he's been waiting for a day like today. A day for him to finally take 1 W for the good old city of Cleveland.
After 33 long weeks.
After 33 long weeks.
And he's coming out with a tear right now. Up against Ryan Bile. Ooh, yep, you don't want to do that when your health is that low. You will die from shit, Ryan.
I'm pretty sure we had this discussion last week.
Yep.
You can only armor through so much. As long as you have the health for it, it's fine. Ryan did not.
This matchup's kind of interesting. I think a lot of Shotos tend to beat Laura, but I think Laura against Sakura isn't super bad for Laura. Just because Sakura tends to be probably the stubbiest Shoto in most respects.
Okay.
And so Sakura's trying to play... Well, I mean, that's the other one, right? But for the most part, on average, Sakura's buttons are probably a bit longer, but on a case-by-case basis, Kage's are actually longer overall, if that makes sense. What really pulls Sakura forward is the range on her crouch medium kick, and then you also have to factor in how fast her walk speed is compared to Kage's, which Kage's is fast too, but I think Sakura's a bit faster. But because Sakura's buttons tend to be really stubby, like she has some really stubby buttons, especially her pressure tools, that's the same deal with Laura. So in that respect, because Laura has a command grab and Sakura has an EXDP, Laura is usually a bit favored on offense, but defensively Sakura is favored.
And THTB going in with 1 game ahead. Oh, okay.
And Laura also has better close range crush counters,
Of course.
which is a huge factor.
Anti-air's on point on both sides. And the overheads rock.
Good blocks. The VT activation. Ooh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's okay. Oh, the crush.
Oh wow, that killed.
I was not expecting that to kill either.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, you see a lot of that in this matchup where both sides are just like fully charging their fireball.
Let's catch on the sweep. Good counter hit conversion. Ryan Vile on an offensive tear, racking up the stun bar quite a bit. Oh, and he's gonna get it with this next crush counter.
Oh, Ryan, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You could have killed.
We wanted to play it up for dramatic suspense.
No, don't do that.
In the words of Maximilian, I don't want to win, I want to be hype.
And why are you playing in a tournament where the objective is to win?
Listen, Max stopped playing in tournaments long ago.
Round one. Fight.
I try to agree with the jump back on the fireball, but
It's sometimes good to give up space because in that mid range where your opponent throws a fireball, if you never backdash, then you're telling the opponent you're only going to do one of two options, either block it or probably try to jump over. And in both of those situations, the opponent is favored. They can either air to air you or take plus frames, or have plus frames because you blocked their fireball. So going back in those situations, giving up a little bit of space to give yourself a little bit of room and try to confuse the opponent is not the worst idea.
I suppose that makes sense.
Ooh, THTB did not fully confirm off of that hit, but it didn't matter.
Round two.
And just to clean things up just a little bit.
Good reaction on the air fireball to EX Bolt. The Sakura's fireball tends to be a little bit slower than the other Shotos. You can normally react to her fireballs with an EX Bolt pretty reliably. The hard part is being in a range where you can actually pull off the EX Bolt, but if they go for an air fireball, it's pretty free.
Oh, Ryan with a double crush, huh? Woo! Okay.
Imagine that EX fireball from THTB was supposed to be an EXDP. That was weird.
This could be bad. What's he doing? Oh, he's not dead.
Oh, no.
He's still living.
1050. 1050.
No!
Oh no.
Sakura wins.
He almost had it.
That's unfortunate.
That's a very sad tale. The story is not over yet.
Fight.
Nope, this is a first to three. And Ryan Bao immediately pushed THTB into the corner, but THTB escaped.
He threw that Uno reversal card. Saying no you.
Why? What was that? EXTP. Laura was like -7.
Listen, my man just felt like doing it. Sometimes you don't think, you just feel, and things just kind of work.
No,
Have you seen the Corey gaming video?
He's wrong.
We got 3 types of fighting game players. The brain, the heart, the body, and my man's showing all heart.
Round two.
Unfortunately, it's not good enough against Ryan right now.
Oh, good check on the dash. EX armor just to stop THTB from dashing in his face.
That's
Not the worst idea.
That's respectable.
Especially when your opponent throws a fireball like that and you block it, they just assume you're gonna sit there in fear most of the time.
Yeah, that's the THTB special. Signature crush counter combo. Oh, chaos control anti-air. We got those.
That was very, very risky. I understand why he did it, because usually THTB is dashing behind the fireballs, but it's so high risk. Oh, the dash up, stand heavy punch crush counter.
Oh my god, Jesus.
He's gonna do it again. Oh, he didn't. Okay.
I might do it again now.
Sometimes you use the first EXDP to condition them to make the second one work.
Ryan in a pretty good position to possibly bring things up to the next game, and that's what we're gonna get.
Brave. I mean, it wasn't super high risk from Ryan Bao just because of the sheer health deficit between the two of them, but That's still a pretty risky option, I think.
Ryan, the brave and the bold, for moving into the last game of winners finals.
Round one. Fight.
Wow, I can't believe THTB had time to still block after that fireball.
A little bit shocking.
THTB's doing a great job of just poking Laura out, forcing Ryan Val to take a risk, but fortunately for Ryan, that risk worked out with the command dash into command grab.
And a very clean jumping from Mr. Ryan Vile.
Good on Ryan for trying to force his way in with the fireball and just walk behind it as a shield, but equally good on THTB's part to just Tatsu through it.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
You always gotta watch your toes when Sakura has DQ1 enabled.
Round two.
And we're looking at set point, Mr. THTB.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The good use of the tech of going for a throw and then seeing if your opponent neutral jumps, so you just stand medium punch and put them right back where they started.
Empty jump throw, EX command throw. You got another throw? That'll be a no.
Oh, check on the dash, but no hit confirm.
Woo!
Okay. Coming down to the last round. Equal meter on both sides, practically.
Final round. Fight.
Beautiful jump in.
Ryan opts for the corner carry and max damage rather than the reset. This turned around real quick though.
Yep. Tables are fairly even.
Oh, another jump in. THTB blocks the overhead. Again.
Blocks the other
Ryan,
one.
What are you doing? Hit him low.
Oh, he gets clipped.
Oh no. What's Ryan Val gonna do?
Good tech.
The chase down.
And an EX
No
elbow.
meter.
Sweep it to activate. The win condition's there.
Oh no.
Oh, and the command through! Ryan Vile
my
sending
God.
THTB the losers the first time he's beaten this man in bracket. I told this man to be confident. Look what he did.
I can't believe THTB did not try to jump that command grab. I was certain he was going to hold up after the reset.
It's go time.
Ryan Vile sitting on the winner side of grand finals for the first time in Dragon Punch history.
I actually very much prefer fourth place, and I'm sort of upset that I can't get it this week. But whatever.
All right, so we are going to move on into losers semis, which I believe will be Toledo
Warren
team
versus Mostafles.
Toledo team kill, yay!
Yay.
Sometimes these things just happen.
You gotta stop going for those overheads, Ryan.
Funny that you say that, because a lot of times I'm if I start getting excited, I'm actually trying to dash or do other things, but I'm like spaghetti fingers and I'm accidentally overheading. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
What I tend to do in those situations where I'm just like trying to force my opponent to open up, if I know there's a high chance they're gonna block the overhead, I'll start trying to condition them with stand medium punch into crouching medium kick. And if it's hard to do, but if you practice enough, you can hit confirm off the crouching medium kick, and that will make them not want to stand block, which will, one, let the overhead happen, and two, make them stay in place for a command grab.
So is this a rematch of an earlier game? Let's see,
No, these two haven't met in bracket yet today.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And this is losers Losers semi.
Losers, semis,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Both Toledo players. Relative to everyone in the tournament, they play at least often enough, more so than other people, I imagine.
Well, both characters have a lot of hair, so that's good.
Fight! Pyrokinesis!
And Mostafles starts off with a double dash, but gets clipped by Gorg. Yeah, he's going really active.
I mean, that's obviously against someone with a parry and with a good fireball. That's sort of what you want to do.
I don't necessarily agree. I think against if you're in a matchup and you're not the zoner, you want to be really selective with the way you get in. You want to spend a lot of time in neutral just trying to analyze patterns, and then once you have a read, then you commit.
It's not Anton. Still gets him into the corner. EXTP.
Round
2.
Fight!
Gorgameth. Just so you know, I also lost that round with you. Nice
here.
parries though.
I'm here for you.
Oh, gets kicked out of that EX tackle, I believe.
Wow, I can't believe Mostafles woke up jab there. Gorg was like plus $1 billion.
The option of EX knee drop there worked well to get him out.
My man had an answer.
Oh, such a call!
He's dead.
Oh my god.
Let's go. We got Gill combos.
That might be play of the night, honestly. That was crazy.
Someone clip that, please.
Oof.
Mostafles went for a cheeky reset there, but Gorgameth didn't bite by choosing to wake up with a delay rise.
Good blocks.
Mix. Good block on that.
Oh, it's framed into the throw.
Another mix.
Please has to guess, and he wakes up. What? Why is he waking up jab like that? The madman. Why is it working through?
It works most of the time because people
You're
in
right.
Ohio, we don't meet in Ohio.
The EX command grab, or I'm sorry, the EXDP into VT activation. But Gorg takes that first game. What, man? I still can't get over that previous round. The call out on the teleport.
Big brain play. Like, you know, and I don't see Mostafles abusing that teleport a lot. Like, I've seen it here and there. Obviously, he got me with it earlier, but you know, it's not like he wakes up with it constantly.
The teleport, most characters have an answer for it. If they're prepared. Now, granted, most players are not prepared to use their answer for it. I'm usually not, even though I have some. But, yeah, it's not something most Akumas want to throw out quite often. Even though, shoot, is it strike invincible or throw invincible?
It's strike invincible.
I think it's strike invincible, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you can throw them out of it. You just, if you try and punch them, it goes right through them. So people that you know are gonna abuse it, you just dash up throw, dash up throw, dash up throw forever.
Right.
They took a little break, switched sides.
Yeah, I think Mostafles wanted to just reassess there for a second.
Fight! Pyrokinesis! Pyrokinesis!
Oh man, what range on that crush counter.
What range? Such wow. Oh, late on the parry. Baited the timing with the demon flip.
Just let him kill you, I guess.
I always forget that OTGs.
Because it's Akuma, and Akuma needs all the tools.
Yes.
He's a boss character. I mean, I realize Gill is a boss character too, but Akuma is the boss character.
Round 2. Fight! Pyrokinesis! Cryokinesis!
try to condition there with 3 grounded fireballs and then going for the air fireball. I'm actually a little surprised Mostafles did not try to challenge any of them.
I mean, Akuma has a parry, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's not what you really want to do. He has his own EX fireball.
Yeah. You're trying to style here. You're not trying to win.
Good chunk of corner carry.
Mostafles full stick of butter. Okay. Gorgameth gets out of the corner, but pushed back by that air fireball. Oh.
We're gonna see a demon setup. Nope, that's gonna be it right there. Oh! Oh no.
Oh no, spaghetti. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's how you
Killed
do
off
it.
that.
He probably could have. What is he doing?
I think that was I think he went for a read on the crouch medium kick, hitting the backdash, so he buffered into super or something similar to that. But the backdash got him out of the crouching medium kick.
Match point?
Yeah.
Yeah, match point. Org in a good position to potentially move on to losers finals, unless Mostafles can turn something around here.
I like how Gorg's playing this right now. He's being really patient and just trying to force Mostafles to commit to an option. I say that as he jumps right into Mostafles' face, and now he's in the corner.
We got EX tackles, don't worry about it.
That was a very well placed EX tackle. Man, Akuma looks really cool when he's on fire.
That was almost a great air-to-air.
Good tech.
What attack?
No, confirming to try to get the punish. Oh, and the
So
stand
close.
medium kick.
Let's go,
Gorgameth.
Gorgameth. Let's go.
Gorgameth moving on to losers finals, eliminating Mr. Mostafles, former champion of Dragon Punch, out of the tournament. So with that,
A 2-0.
with a 2-0, with that, wow. So with that, we're guaranteed a new champion for Dragon Punch Online tonight.
Oh, wow.
The question is,
So Gorgameth is from Toledo, correct?
yes,
Yes.
or at the very
And
least
Tony-
Toledo claims him.
Tony Baker is from Cleveland?
Yep.
Also correct.
Okay. So a Northern Ohio match coming up.
So the question is, who will come out on top?
Who is going to be the king of Lake Erie? And who is going to be the Edmund Fitzgerald of Lake Erie?
Alright, so we currently got everything all set and ready to go. We're moving to losers finals. This will be a first to 3.
The winner of this has to play the person sitting in the winner's bracket, Brian Vile.
And then
Real scary
reset it
guy.
all.
Brian Vile aiming for 4th place tonight. Aiming for 4th. Hope I can get it. Is this also? This has to be a rematch from earlier.
Yeah, they did play earlier. And THTB took a 2-0.
So let's see if
Gorgameth said he needed a minute first. I think he got a little hype, but I guess they're starting anyways.
I guess they're starting. Mr. Mostafles, thank you much for the raid. Party of 4. Really good job on your run today.
Yeah. Doing Toledo proud.
Toledo top 4. Toledo consistently getting top 4 is like, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'll have nice things to say about Toledo at the next pre-show.
Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, I mean it's a smaller town than Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati, so pretty good that they're showing up in numbers and winning, you know, getting in top 3 consistently.
Whether or not I'll have nice things to say about Cleveland depends on how tonight goes. Anyway, back to the match. Gorgameth looking pretty good. Has THTB locked down very firmly in the corner. The dominating offensive showing.
Oh, good parry by Gorgameth.
And a good
I
response
agree
with
with
the
that V
EXEs.
reversal. Oh no, catches him with the fireball. Tries to shimmy. Gorgameth, no reason to push it and just wakes up with a crouching jab.
That's what I'm talking about. If you think your opponent's going to potentially throw you, it's almost always better just to throw out a quick button instead of trying to tech the throw. Because the way for your opponent to normally beat that, unless it's a meaty throw situation, is to then try to usually do a crush counter. But if you're getting them to commit to a crush counter option instead of a throw, then chances are they're going to get that crush counter meaty, and then their turn's going to be over, which is way better for you.
Okay. That's some high level play.
It is.
Oh man, got a fireball war here. Jumps over the fireball with the knee drop, but no luck. EX knee drop again. Seems to be trying these knee drops over these fireballs. Good spacing on the sweep. Couldn't punish it. Jumping in again. Not sure why Gorgameth jumped in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It's a mystery to everyone.
Good way. Tony ties it up. Ooh, gets that crush counter. Converts to the corner. Gorgameth goes. Again, trying to knee drop those fireballs.
Raw.
There we go. Nice conversion. Gets out of the corner, back to neutral.
Hey.
Seems like THTB is getting a lot of mileage of crush countering or trying to throw fireballs. If that's happening as board, you probably want to take another step back before you commit to the throw. Or, I'm sorry, commit to the fireball.
Not a ton of damage off that mix.
Yeah, unfortunately on that second knee drop, he connected after the freeze, so.
And loses his retribution attempt here. Wake up EX tackle. Man, characters look so cool when they're on fire in this game. Oh no! Gorgameth tries to push the pressure, but not in a range that he can do it. Tony Baker hits him with the fireball. It's Tony up 1-0. First person to 3 goes on to grand finals. Play against Ryan Vile.
Ryan Vile, who is channeling his inner core jam right now.
Like father, like son. Woo, these parries!
Ooh. Yeah, those are some pretty good parries.
A wise
Not
man
as
once...
impressive as Third Strike, where you had to sort of be frame perfect, but I feel like this game you definitely have to do a lot of hard reads. There's not a lot of option selects for parries.
A wise man once said that...
especially for sure.
A wise man once said parrying is a fool's game. Says the man who did not play Third Strike.
In 5, it is a fool's game. You usually don't want to parry. Usually parrying... The reason why you don't want to do it is because the risk reward is so skewed. Like, for most parries in this game, all you get is a combo. But if you're wrong, you get a crush counter. And it's way easier to be wrong than right with a parry, in this game at least.
I agree with all that. I also agree that, man, V-Trigger So we were talking about this earlier, like just having V trigger and being able to use V trigger cancel to basically get more plus frames. Just worked for Tony right there. He gets the round thanks to his V trigger extension.
I'm waiting for Gorg to start like parrying the Tatsus.
Yeah, that timing might be a little strict though.
He's starting to knee drop, and those knee drops really aren't paying off. The parries are working for him. The knee drops are not.
And he's really fishing for a punish with those EX knees.
Could be reversal. That's how you should probably be dealing with Sakura's VT most of the time. Just get her off of you and try to keep her distance.
Yeah, especially at this point in the match. I agree 100%. I'll be surprised if either of these characters get V trigger.
Gorg could if he takes a throw or two. Oh, he has it now.
There he goes.
This could be big. Oh, it's not dead.
Oh!
Whips the overhead.
Yeah, I agree with all this.
Why? Oh, THTB. Why?
Huh.
Why?
You knew, at least I knew it was coming. I was like, why would you
Right.
raw activate there unless you're gonna throw that out there?
Especially from that range.
Nice.
AA.
Crouching medium into a mix.
XCP to get out of the mix, but you're getting punished regardless. Let's go.
Man.
Freezing
Gill's
you.
combos are so cool. Tony uses his last piece of meter.
Oh no.
Now Tony was on fire. I feel like that was Gorgameth's game to win, and now all of a sudden, Tony goes up 2-0.
Gorg went for the wake-up jab, but because of the reel back that Sakura's BT move allowed her to whiff punish. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. There's a few characters like that where their strikes set them out of your range. You know, you think you're gonna punch each other, but you just punch the air, and then next thing you know, they're right in your face.
We might be seeing the Fong pick from Gorgameth.
Is it about time?
Well,
and Fong.
if you're gonna do it, Fong's an interesting character because you don't see him, and he has so many mix-ups. For people who don't have reversals, it's awful to play against if you don't know the matchup. Unfortunately, Sakura has a fireball and a reversal, which Fong
Probably helps quite a bit in that matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see how he decides to approach this. We're getting the Fong, we're getting the Gill.
Getting the Honda.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me what you think, Corey.
I don't think I've really ever seen Gorg play Honda.
And this
And-
can't.
THTB is familiar enough with the matchup that he's not gonna really get surprised with anything.
My man's won $50 playing this matchup. Or was it, I think it was 25.
It was 25.
Either way, it's more than an hour's work for a lot of people. So
I
he
feel
knows
like
this
Gorg
matchup.
didn't know going into this that Sakura can just punish headbutt like that.
He's got so many. Sakura has like attacks that are longer than her entire body. Why didn't they give her stubby normals like the rest of the characters? Nobody knows.
Okay. Oh no, why'd you jump? Don't jump those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't jump those.
With the health lead that THTB had, he should have just ate the unblockable. He would have been far better off.
Now Gorgameth's just like learning the hard way. about
Yeah, you can't armor through it. Oh, you can do that though.
that is an option for certain range. Oh my god. Why'd that work? Why did this work? Why did any of this work?
Yes! Yes!
Because that's how Honda works. That's what happens.
In the scramble.
Why did any of this work? I don't understand.
You know, even though Gorgameth changed characters, I feel like he's sort of doing the same thing. Using, instead of EX knees, now he's using butt slam to get over the fireballs. Just barely catches him now.
The season 4 characters are wild.
Nice.
Oh, that's gonna be a chunk of damage.
Us.
Or to the corner. Into EX.
Oh, he got hit. Oh, he didn't confirm, but he gets the throw.
Get clipped.
Honda wins.
Gorgameth on the board. Now it's 2-1 all of a sudden.
With Honda.
This was
I mean,
the plan.
Honda is, according to Capcom's combat stats page, he
you
is the best character in the game.
You son of a.
If you enjoy
It's not
holding
surprising.
down back, you will love playing Honda.
Fight.
Oh, butt slam.
That's coy. I really hope that Choncho's watching us right now.
Choncho has a good Honda. I've definitely lost to it.
Not tonight.
Eh.
Ooh, I wonder what THTB went for there.
It looked like a back fierce.
Corner. Ooh. EX butt slam.
Okay.
Round 2.
My man,
Good.
my man Gorgameth out here trying to end the dreams of Cleveland.
Do it, Gorgameth.
As the guy sitting in winners is just watching comfortably from his high chair.
That's the beautiful thing about being on winner's side. You just get to watch everyone fight in the arena.
Yeah, it's funny because I should be like paying attention because I have to play one of these people, but I'm not.
As he's commentating their match.
I'm concentrating on commentating more than how would
enough.
you counter this? I can't do two things at once. I'm not Core Jam.
Okay, that reached way farther than I anticipated.
Yeah, that was like Zangief
third.
range. Yeah.
I don't even think Hikara canceled it. Oh god. Oh god.
Got a guess?
He
Yes!
held the unblock. Oh my god.
You don't hold the unblockable there, though.
Honda wins.
Not when you're gonna die.
Yeah. You are correct. So it's tied up 2-2 Gorgameth with the Honda.
With the Honda.
Match point for both of them at this point.
With the Honda.
Round 1.
Both of them seem very warmed up. I don't want to play either of them, so I'm hoping maybe there's a power outage at both their houses.
Give me a power outage in Toledo and Cleveland at the exact same time.
Yes. Oh, gets that jump in.
Clean
Tony
to jump
Baker
in.
pushes Gorg to the corner. Takes the throw.
Holding it.
Look at all that
Exit.
pressure.
Takes another one.
Yep.
Good block on the overhead. Normal throw this time. Okay.
Let's it go. Let's it go again.
He's not
Got
letting
enough. Oh,
You can do it. Okay.
Oh no.
Not opting for another.
Oh,
no!
yes! Gorgameth on match point to get the reverse sweep against the holy Tony Baker.
The reverse OCV. On THTB. Bars. Okay.
Bars. Good jump in
in.
there. Yeah, you know, in my head,
Oh, that's not gonna hit.
Again, when you in those situations when your opponent dashes but they're minus after the dash, they won't get hit by the CA. That was a blessing for THTB, honestly.
Yeah, now it's suddenly looking like
He got
things
Gill
are
to waste all his meter. THTB still thin at 2 bars.
And now he has the advantage going into the last round of losers finals.
oh,
That minus.
get in there, get in there, get down on it.
Yeah, time for the crush counter. I'm kind of. Huh. V reversal
Yeah, I
to push
was
him into the
surprised.
corner. The jab interruption out of the roll.
And then the EX hands after, unfortunately, taking a bunch of damage right here.
Hit by the Hoka show.
He
Busting
got
out
a lot
with
of
the
damage off of
HTP.
that DT.
And the back
and
throw
that's
for
it.
the stun. That's gonna do it. THTB
Jeez.
moving back to a position
Keeping the
he's
tilt.
all familiar with. The grand final seat on the loser side.
Keeping the third place Toledo curse alive and well.
Congratulations, Toledo, on your 3rd and 4th place finishes.
What a set.
That was insane, and all because of one wake up super.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what did it.
But you know what? You're not trying to win, you're trying to bring the hype, and that's what a wake up super
No.
does.
Win, dang it.
So now we are looking at a grand finals between Cleveland's own THTB and Columbus's Ryan Vile. We're getting a new Dragon Punch Online champion tonight. The question is, will it be Columbus's 3rd or Cleveland's 1st?
Put it that way, I really want to root for the holy Tony Baker. I would love him to bring home the first championship.
But now you're winning.
I'll do my best, though. I'm going to mute my mic. Good luck, Tony.
That's
Guys.
a pretty great OS Ryan just gave. If he loses, he can just claim he's trying to give Cleveland the game for the win.
Words of a champion. Guys, show me some hype in the chat. Throw out a bunch of bras of the winks. Cheer a couple of bits. We are moving into grand finals of Dragon Punch Online number 33 with none other than Ryan Vile's Laura versus THTB's Sakura. The run back.
Round 1.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so this was already a really close match the last time these two played earlier tonight. Seems like, and you see it right there, Ryan Val got a clean jump in. He's been getting a lot of mileage off of these jump ins. See them both just trying to figure out a safe way to get in. And again, Ryan goes for that sustained medium punch into overhead, and once again, THTB blocks it.
Yep. Is that even combo on counter hit?
No, it does not.
What?
You do it as a mix-up
Oh.
between overhead and crouching medium kick.
Round 2. Fight.
Seems like an interesting choice to choose from. Not entirely sure if it's worth it, but interesting nonetheless.
Ryan's just getting really good reads on when to jump in.
He really is.
He's getting good reads in general on when THTB is trying to throw a fireball. So if you're THTB, you should probably back off for a little bit from throwing fireballs.
Ryan gets clipped on his backdash, gets sent into the corner. Double whiff throws. And the stun.
You gotta hold those plus frames or V reversal out of them. It sucks to spend V reversal to get out of your opponent's V trigger pressure, but it's sometimes a sacrifice you have to make.
Now, THTB still has a very long road ahead of him. Even if he wins this set, he's gonna have to win another one in order to become the champ. The road to the top will not come easily.
Oh, I think Ryan Vile could have medium bolted that air fireball in reaction at that range. Ooh, Ryan might have forgotten that Sakura's normal DPs do not crush counter.
And the V reversal.
It looked like Ryan went for the light V reversal, or I'm sorry, the light command grab, which is 9-frame startup. If he went for the medium or heavy, he probably would have grabbed THTB out of the V reversal.
Round 2.
Very likely.
Ooh, that looked like a medium stand medium punch, or a meaty stand medium punch. Ryan Bao could have probably done stand medium punch into crouching medium punch into medium bolt there.
And again, he tries to go for the command grab after the fully charged thunderclap.
Yeah, he's trying to read THTB, trying to follow up behind the fireball, but it's usually not a good bet to make.
Usually not.
Sakura wins.
And THTB on the verge of resetting the bracket. Ryan, with a bunch of games to work with, he doesn't have to win it here.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pressure-
THTB's kind of running right through him.
Round 1.
These were two really quick games.
Hey, not really so sure why Ryan didn't fully go for the target combo.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Hey, EX elbow, let's go. Let's clip by the low. THTB getting that corner carry, sends him to mid screen. Forward throw.
To V reversal that successfully, you have to do it on like the first frames you're in block stun, or else Sakura will just block rather than get hit by the V reversal. Oh, the wake up jab right before death. More classic.
Round 2. Fight.
Now THTB on reset point. Potentially reversing things. The first of 3 against the man who sent him down to losers.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was an EX bolt attempt, but Ryan Val did not have meter.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get so caught up in the moment that you think you have meter, but you aren't actually looking.
That's one of the THTB special fully charged fireball into air-to-air Tatsu.
Ah, and the overheads getting Ryan Vile killed. Enough to send him down to
overheads.
enough to send him down to losers as we get this grand finals reset. It's very swift. I'm wondering what the new game plan is.
It's go time.
Just play it safer. Don't go for risky options.
I guess so.
Let's do this.
But definitely less overheads.
Yes, less overheads. clip him low, go for more normal throws to start noticing patterns. His handling of the fireball game is pretty well, I think. It's really just making critical mistakes in key moments.
Yep.
Round 1. Fight!
And now, Ryan Vile following the rule of thumb. In order to be the champion, you must wear the champion's costume.
Oh, clean jump in from THTB.
Not looking too good for Mr. Ryan Vile right now. Oh, gets hit by a split kick, and we got those 7 gold letters on the screen. THTB starting out this reset strong.
Fight!
Good backdash on THTB's part. That's usually a low-risk option as Sakura against Laura, because the only way for Laura to really counter that is with a stand heavy punch. And if you get Laura to start committing to stand heavy punch to call out the backdash, you can start doing your -2 into your 3 frame, and it will beat what Laura's trying to do.
To be trying to make the reads on the air fireballs from Ryan to staying grounded.
Yeah, that EX bolt was a chunk of damage because of how much gray life THTB had.
And these fishes for the command grab just...
Yeah, that was very, very questionable.
Looking a little rough for Mr.
Round 1.
Mr. Ryan Vile.
Fight!
Might have gone a little cold in the time that we've seen them last.
I think it's more so due to THTB sort of getting comfortable with fighting Ryan, making the key adjustments to really not let those slip-ups cost him the game.
And in case everyone forgot, the first time that they played in Winners Finals was a really close exchange. It ended 3-2.
Yeah, it was scrappy.
Yeah, so gave THTB plenty of time to think, come up with new strategies, trying to figure out what works.
Well, it's really terrifying as a grappler player, as like a gimmicky mix-up character, to win through scraps like that. To just barely win through scraps like that, because that means you probably had to play all your cards to get those wins, and your opponent is now familiar with everything you're gonna do.
Right. Which, as we've discussed earlier, with this mostly being a bracket of like, not to diminish like any of their skill levels, but like relatively like mid-tier level players as far as like Ohio's concerned. We don't have like a lot of cards to really deal out at that level of play.
No one's really showing too many like crazy tricks that other people aren't super used to seeing. That was really good on THTB, just walking back and forth into Ryan's space.
Needed. Oh, the back throw.
Now, this is where it goes downhill.
This is where it goes downhill. Ryan Vile putting one on the board. The man wants to win.
Final round.
Well, just a round, not a game.
Fight!
That's the beginning.
You're right.
Look at that
Gotta
crush
win
kind of
rounds
sweep.
before you can win games.
The necessary prereq.
Good on THTB to check the dash. You can see Ryan's not super great at actually hit confirming. He's doing a lot of his movements and inputs based off of reads rather than recognizing when he's getting hits, which is not how you should really play. It'll end up leaving damage on the table.
Oh, wow.
And force you to do risky things when you really don't have to.
All right, so both players with a single bar meter. Ryan with the V-trigger advantage, but manages to clutch it out. One game apiece. Stakes are on the line and the grand finals reset. And Ryan Vile puts one game on the board. Maybe Ryan just needed a little bit of tension. Because, you know, it's like grand finals, winner side, we can make this look easy. But I'm like, nah. I need a little bit of tension.
Well, that's the thing I like to talk about a lot is when you're on winner's side, you don't necessarily have to put all your effort into that first set. If you think it's more optimal to just play in a certain way to gauge how your opponent's going to handle a set for that first set, and then just use that information in the second set while also giving them misinformation, your odds of winning the whole thing might actually be better. Because from your perspective, it doesn't matter if you win the first set or the second set, you just have to win one of those, whereas they need to win two.
Right.
So it's on them to make the correct choices always. Whereas as the person on the winner's side, you can spend way more time just being exploratory and trying to figure out how your opponent is going to tackle your options.
Ooh, okay, the crush cream is sweet this time. And THTB getting that read on that command grab. It's clipped low again. My man ain't watching his toes.
Oh, man.
Is this gonna...
That's not a punish, no.
Oh.
If that were the medium Tatsu, which is -6, that would have worked, but that Tatsu is -2.
Oh. Feels bad, man.
And the reason why Sakura's medium Tatsu is -6, it's because she can combo after hitting with it into crouching light punch.
Good jump in from right. Oh, and drops the combo follow up afterwards. Unfortunately, missing the stun as well.
That's a negative edge issue that can happen as Laura players. It's unfortunate. It really sucks when it happens.
Yep, misses the stun and gets stunned because of it in the other corner on the other side of the screen.
Oh no.
Is this how the... Ryan. On THTB busts out with the EXDP.
I don't know if that actually punished or Ryan Vile went for like a forward walk.
A little hard to tell. THTB on the verge of potentially finally getting a championship win in Dragon Punch Online.
What a madman. THTB pressing a 3-frame when he's -2 in Laura's face, and it worked out.
And it worked out.
Oh, I like that movement from Ryan Vile, but THTB didn't bite to anything. But that's a good signal. Like, as a Laura player, you know you can just walk up grab now.
And the punish. Gets it this time. Full target combo punish on EXDP. Gonna get another one. Putting this round on the board.
Round 2. Fight.
Back-to-back exchanges. Ooh. Again,
Another back dash off of the block Tatsu.
Yeah.
Again, the only thing Laura can really do to call that out is to crush counter with stand heavy punch.
Plus, wow, he pressed after that. The maddest of men.
Oh, that was a meaty stand medium kick. Ryan Vile could have gone into crouching medium punch afterwards into medium bolt.
Yep, but as we mentioned, it kind of made the assessment that Ryan makes a couple of his calls off of like mostly feel,
Yeah.
not really reaction. So,
Yeah.
which at the moment is as soon as I say that, get shimmin'.
Commentators curse.
Final
Now THTB, 1 round away from being your first Cleveland champion at Dragon Punch Online. Ryan Vile's got to make something happen.
Good check on THTB's part. Oh,
Good check on Ryan Vile's part.
wake up supers almost always work when you don't have a DP.
I didn't realize how much corner carry that gave her. What's that with the EX Tatsu? Ryan's got VT. THTB's got VT. Everyone's got V trigger. Nobody jump. Ryan, I swear to God.
Good use of Laura's standby kick. That moves our hurt box back a little bit. It used to move it. Oh, Ryan, no.
Oh, and with that, that's gonna be a tournament. After 33 long weeks of Street Fighter V at Dragon Punch Online, THTB is your first Cleveland champion for DPO.
Why did it have to end like that?
Once the nerves start kicking in, I'm always like just accidentally hitting overhead. It's a problem.
Take your fingers together or something.
Yeah. Good games.
Are you
Tony.
trying to do command dash forward?
Sometimes, yeah. It depends.
What a tournament. Man, not gonna lie, this is probably up there for one of my favorite DPOs. Like, once we got to top 4, I pretty much wanted everyone to win. Like, everyone, like, has just been playing phenomenally today. It's absolutely unreal.
Yeah, I mean, we said that at the start. It was really anyone's tournament. There were, like, I think 6 players who could have taken it.
It's absolutely insane. And I just want to thank everyone out there in the chat who's tuned in all this time for Dragon Punch Online number 33. This tournament's put on by the good old Ohio FGC. If you ever want to find out anything about our community, check out ohiofgc.com. We got a schedule for all of our events. We have links to all of our community discords, whether you live in Akron, Cincy, Columbus, or in the champion city tonight, good old Cleveland. Be sure to check out all those different things and more at ohiofgc.com or type in OHFGC in the chat. If you're in Ohio, we got a community there for you. Also want to go ahead and quickly call out a couple of things. If you ever want notifications on social media for some of the things going on for Ohio FGC, we have a Twitter, which you can follow on Twitter at OHFGC. If you type in the casters command, not the giveaway command, Ryan, you can get the links to our commentators Twitter accounts. So tonight on commentary, as mentioned before, we had Mr. Code Corey, aka Core Jam, and Mr. Ryan Vile, your grand finalist for tonight. So if you guys want to follow either one of these guys, be sure to type in !casters in the chat, and it'll pull up both of the Twitter account links for both of those players. Core Jam at Code Corey, Ryan Vile on Twitter at Ryan_Vile. You can also follow me on Twitter as well and on other social media platforms at Shaolin Pretzels on Twitter. Thank you, Gorgameth, for becoming a disciple. Just want to thank everyone for tuning in today. If you want to check out some more Street Fighter V action, I stream very regularly on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My Wednesday streams are variety streams where I'll play like a number of different games. I've been playing a little bit of Spelunky 2 recently, so that's been fun. I've also played Monster Hunter in the past and like a bunch of other games. My Fridays are my Street Fighter like open lounge days or casual nights. So if you guys want to swing in some chill vibes while either I play some Street Fighter or you guys play some Street Fighter with me. Oh, I need to show this off because Mr. Trader's Elf just gifted monk status to Mr. Ryan Vile. So I got to show off my new sub alert for a little bit. I might have to replay that again in a moment.
It was actually Ryan who gifted the subs.
Trader's Elf was gifted monk status by Ryan Vile. Thank you. Thank you so much. But where was I? Yes. So yeah, you can check out all my streams on right here at twitch.tv/ShallonPretzel. So be sure to give a follow, and also turn on the notification bell to get notified the next time that we go live. If you just became a sub today, first of all, congratulations. You are now officially a monk of the Salt Monastery. And with being a monk comes great responsibilities. And by great responsibilities, I mean benefits. For being a subscriber to our Twitch channel, you get access to all these glorious emotes, these sub badges, as well as getting no ads on the stream whenever you're watching it, access to our sub-only Discord channels, and also access to some subscriber-exclusive events. Cough, cough, maybe giveaways. Be sure if you haven't already to subscribe to good old twitch.tv/ShallonPretzels. Everything that you like kind of give here helps me improve the quality and whatnot of all the stream stuff. So that being said, that's been the tournament. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. If you're a new sub, be sure to join the Discord server, which I will post a link to in the chat below. I have been your stream producer, Mr. Shallon Pretzels, joined as always by Ryan Vile and Core Jam, and we will see you guys next week for some more Dragon Punch Online action.